Hello, welcome to AR Sport. I'm Arafat. On today's show, it's a loaded package. I'm going to walk you through Old Trafford, down to the Emirates, to White Hart Lane, and then I'll also take you to Anfield, and then we'll bring you to Stamford Bridge. A lot are happening. And at Forest, the guy have hired and sacked and hired and sacked and hired and sacked. Sondash has been fired by Nottingham Forest. So Maranaki keeps sacking. That guy is the most confused owner in English football that I've ever seen. You do business. When you do business, do it with your brain. Hire people that knows the game, that can manage it, because you don't do it with emotions. That's how it works. Because if you manage it with emotion, you go down. I have watched QPR. They got promoted to the EPL. Some guys wanted to copy Abramovich. The guy went and bought virtually so many stars, and the team was disjointed. And then, with all the big stars, they went down. They couldn't survive the Premier League just one season. They couldn't survive one season. They went down. And with the way Maranaki keeps sacking, Nottingham Forest might end up being relegated. And let's go to White Hart Lane. Thomas Frank was doing very well at Brentford. He was one of the best coaches, one of the most good coaches with a moderate transfer market, with transfer budget. And he was doing well with the team. And guess what happened? Praises started coming in. They started linking with the Man U job, with the Chelsea job, and then he became ambitious. Because at least for some season he have done very well with Nottingham Forest. He brought them with Brentford. He brought them from the Championship, and he has steadied them in the Premier League, at least as a top half team. So they have done very well. He brought out Mbuemo, Wisa, and some other good guys, the Pinnock and co. So they have done very well. And Christian Nogard, the one that ended up in Arsenal in a single season, you know how it ended up. Nogard went to Arsenal, Mbuemo went to Man United, and Wisa went to Newcastle. This guy made them, and then he now tried to make a leap. Unfortunately, he went to White Hart Lane, and those guys, it seems they have a curse on their head. They have some special play. Immediately he was coming, the captain wanted to leave. That's a human Song. Song has been there. He has been very stable. He's been one of the backbone of the team. Even after Harry Kane left, he kept carrying the team. Now that he's supposed to stay with them and help the coach see a season through before he leaves, he decided to leave. Then they have James Maddison. Maddison got injured, and then he up to now he have not. That's ACL injury. And you know how ACL injury are. A whole season you'll be out. A whole season. This guy is out. Kulusevski is out, and then you now have guys like the Ghanaian international that they just bought from West Ham. He also got injured. So many injuries. Virtually at before the last match, before he was sacked in the last game, I counted Udogi and 10 players out injured. 10 senior players, 10 out injured, and then the captain Romero was also suspended because of a straight red card he picked up. So how do you expect a coach to perform when his key players are injured? You could see even with Barcelona that they have Pedri and Gavi out injured, and Rafinha. You saw how they suffered. It's affecting them big time. And against Atletico Madrid, when I just saw the lineup, no Gavi, no Pedri, and no Rafinha, I knew it was going to be a tough walk. And Atletico Madrid ate them up. That high line was there for the taking. When you now have the like of Simeone, Alvarez, and the new AK-47, Ademola Lookman, they call him Mola over there. Man, the guy is so sharp. Ademola Lookman has given Atletico Madrid a new dimension, a new attacking athlete. And you also have Griezmann in that team. They were set up in such a way that Ademola can dribble, he can shoot two-footed, he can go left, he can come right, he can cut in, he can pass, he can score, he can create, he can assist. The guy is just that fine, the final jigsaw that Atletico Madrid has been waiting for. And when they bought Gallagher, it was as if they have already gotten that final jigsaw, but then it didn't work out very well. Gallagher was shipped out to not Tottenham Hotspur. When Ademola came, you could see that yes, this is the guy we've been waiting for. This is the guy we've been waiting for. That's how he just played out, and the guy, he's killing it out there. He's killing it out there. I'm so happy for him having a Nigerian in Atletico Madrid. Because in those days, you used to have Emmanuel Amunike in Barcelona, Gbengo Konowe in Barcelona, Finidi George in Betis, and some. But at least we have a Nigerian in the big team currently. So if you are watching Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid, then one of the guys putting in the goals should be Ademola, and we should be celebrating. Because this is how you test yourself against the best. In Italian football, he have delivered. Now he's in Spain. He's killing it. So it will be a joy. After I've always loved Atletico Madrid, so my love for them has increased. So I watch them more and more and more. And I wish him best of luck. I pray he stay injury free and get in the goals, score more goals, and push Atletico Madrid into winning silverware. So now we leave. Thomas Frank was fired. You can't win with those number of injury. 10 players out injured, plus your captain 3-match suspension. It doesn't work that way. This guy Romero wants to beat Sergio Ramos' record in a hurry for the highest number of red cards in his career. You don't do that. It doesn't work that way. As a captain, you must, exhibit that discipline. You must exhibit that discipline. Availability matters. You have to be there for your club. This guy, he win matches for Tottenham on a good day when they are losing. He tried to pull them out from the losing position, bring those headed goals, last minute goals. It's good to see, but then, guy, you need to cut off the red card. You can't keep collecting red card for fun. And then what happens? I walk you to Old Trafford. After the guy from Portugal was let go, Ruben Amorim, in come Michael Carrick. And Carrick is a player that knows Tottenham in and out. Carrick was bought from Tottenham Hotspur by Sir Alex. So he understands Sir Alex, he understands the tradition of Man United. He wants silverware in Man United. He came in after doing a good job at Middlesbrough. The guy won 4 out of 4. And then there was this Man United guy that have kept his head that he's not going to barb until Man U win 5 out of 5 in a Premier League era, in a Premier League match before he, barb his head. And the guy was 90 minutes away until West Ham did him dirty. And, West Ham, the resurgence was beginning to show. They were leading Chelsea 2-0 in the first half, only to end up losing that game 3-2. So the signs were beginning to show. And they also took a player from Chelsea on loan, Alex Disasi. Disasi came in and he plugged the hole in the middle. And West Ham kept a clean sheet for a very long time. So it was a good display from West Ham. They were able to pick a point. They were winning until 93 minutes. When Benjamin Sesko, level the game to make it 1-1. Man United have done themselves a good one. That's 4 straight wins. That's 12 points plus that draw, making 13 points from 5 matches. They have done very well. And over at Stamford Bridge, Maresca left after the disagreement. He left, and then in come Liam Rossignol. If you're a fan of Strasbourg, you watch Ligue 1. If you watch Strasbourg, you could see this is the guy that was doing magic with very young boys of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The oldest player they have in Strasbourg right now is Ben Chilwell. That's the oldest player they have. If you see the likes of Due, 20, Amoba Midele, 21, you have Mamadou Sarr, 20, who have just returned back to Chelsea. Then you have Kendrick Pass, 18. You have Pereira. You have Valentine Bako. That is the guy I want to see in Chelsea one day. Valentine Bako went from left fullback, was moved into midfield, and over time the guy became a midfield demon. You know, that guy reminds me of these guys that play for Rukeme. You know, he sees passes. The guy is so good from where he is. He could see virtually the whole, that V shape of the field. He could see the vertically, he could see the field. And that guy puts in performance. Right now, there are some ratings that I'm going to show you. You will see where Valentine Bako is. His performance is virtually number one in the whole of Europe. When it comes to that progressive passes, that he's so good. The guy is so good. And if you see him, he's smallish in nature. You know, he reminds me of Josh McEachran. Those Chelsea fans who would have known Josh McEachran. But the guy's vision is so sharp. He has this combination of Marco Verratti, Vitinha, and Fabian Ruiz kind of vision. And he has this Mikel Obi kind of passes. That long range that could, you know, and he has that Fabregas vision. The guy is good. And I can't wait to see him in Chelsea. Panicelli have done so well. Then Godot have done himself so well. In fact, I love watching Strasbourg. And Leandro Senior came in. He woke up the dead spirits in Chelsea. They're beginning to score. They're beginning to answer their names. Though there was a blip against Leeds United. Minus the blip, for 60 minutes, Chelsea played, controlled the game, showed hunger, push Leeds to the wall. And I love what I saw. Though the penalty was unfortunate, and even the equalizer was the most unfortunate, you know, goal I've seen Chelsea concede, because Acheampong in that condition, in that period, all you need to do is just to kick the ball away to corner, save the situation. They take the corner, you clear it, and then you move on. You must not keep a ball always. If there's tension, you push it out, throw in or go kick, and then you rebuild from there. And then the miscommunication and the ball now fell. But prior to that time, there was a handball. That's why the English Premiership, it is what it is. That's why the English referees are never rated. If that game was in the in Serie A or in La Liga, that goal will never be awarded. There was a handball prior to what happened. All they need to do is just to play it back. That handball led to something, and led to goal. So they'll just call the handball. But it is what it is. And after that, Rosinho was so angry, he has to call a team meeting. And after the match, yesterday here, there was an FA Cup match between Chelsea and Hull City, his former club. And it was a controlled performance. They went all out, you know, and butchered those guys. That is the kind of performance you want. Pedro Neto, hat-trick. Estaval, sweet goal. You see, one thing again is this. He tweaked the system. He moved Pedro Neto to attacking midfield. That's at a 10. And you could see the instinct. That one touch, pow. One touch, pow. You could see the way he took those goals. As a coach, you have to keep exploring, trying to see how you can get the best out of your players. This is how these things work. There's no free meal in Freetown. You have to take your chances, and football is a result business. People want to see. People want to see. So you have to give it the best shot that you can. Get the winning, get the fans behind you, and then play the football that you get people off their seats. this issue of passing to the left, passing in the defense. No, bring the ball forward. And there's another thing Leon Rosinho have gotten so right in this Chelsea team. He brought in the urgency and the introduction of Andre Santos to our lineup. The introduction of Andre Santos to our lineup, man, is the key. It's a master stroke. Playing Andre Santos and Caicedo in that double pivot is so good. And one thing I love about him is his vision. The guy can see one-touch passes, because teams that sit back, you don't need to hold on to ball as it comes in. You could just give that disguised pass. You saw it in João Pedro's first goal. When he just opened up the pitch, pam, one pass and pam, and then João Pedro. That's 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. That is how you could see that one touch, that defense splitting passes. You need it, because those guys who decide to come to your house and play 4-5-1 or 3-6-1 or 4-4-1, decided to defend with 10 men behind the ball. You need a player with that kind of vision that can open up the play. You need them. And the guy have done that for us. And also, being a smart coach, the moment he came after our defense line and Sanchez fumbled against Arsenal, he changed it. Sanchez was given the opportunity to go long. He was given the opportunity to go long. You don't need to hang on to ball. If you can't pass the ball within your defense line, then you can also choose to go long. All you need to do is just attract the pressure so that the opponent will step out, and then you go long. Locate your man. That's the most important thing. And the coming back of Palmer from injury is a big boost for Chelsea. Though Kukurea have gone injured, he felt his hamstring. I just hope it's not something that will be long. And then bringing Sarr back to Stamford Bridge is one of the best decisions I feel the club have made. Sarr is a good player. We saw how he replaced Koulibaly at the African Cup of Nations semi-finals. We saw the way he played in the final in front of the Moroccan fan. No pressure. The guy was calm. He's collectively, calmly collected. He could pass ball. He could shoot. Yesterday, see the pass he gave to Estevo. Though he missed the goal, but then that pass was a killer. I know one of the guys that also gives such passes is Chaloba. Your ability to pick passes from behind. And Kowe can also do such. But unfortunately, we don't have Kowe now. So your ability to pick passes. So that if everywhere is choked, as it comes in, while you pass the ball within, you look at the front and then you drop it there. It could open up the game. We need it. Now let's leave Stamford Bridge and then go over to the Emirates. I have said it already. This is the season for Arsenal. If you lose the league this season, I bet you are not. It's going to take you a very long time to win the league, because if Man U can keep up the trajectory right now and keep Michael Carrick and then get the right players and add to what they have, those guys have a good team. They have a good team already. Next season is going to be more competitive. How could you from 9.7 points, all of a sudden you have Pep Guardiola team breathing back at your neck? After all the injuries Manchester City suffered. Now Doku have gone injured. But trust Pep, they have added some steel to the game. He has added some steel. And then when you now look and see the kind of players is now beginning to recover. He has to recover Rodri.